What's up, YouTube? You know what I mean? Hope everybody staying consistent on the journey and ain't losing faith, ain't losing momentum, ain't losing progression. I know sometimes gonna be setbacks. I know sometimes it ain't gonna go how you want it to go step by step. And sometimes you just gonna wanna give up and say, fuck this shit all this shit all together. But you can't do it. Like I tell my kids, if you ain't gonna do it for you, who gonna do it? Nobody. The Most High will be there for you. Mother Nature and our ancestors will keep you covered. We'll keep you guided. We'll send extra people on your path to enlighten you with certain information, certain gems to wake you up. But once you woke up and you receive them certain gems, that certain information, that certain download from them fruits, or from the ancestors, or from the spirits of the Most High, whoever he sent across your path, however it come across your path, you got to take heed to the information, to them gems, and act on it. Because knowledge without action is a waste of information. You see what I'm saying? You have to act on it. I know sometimes it's going to get hard. Sometimes you're going to want to give up. Sometimes you're going to have to take 2-3 steps back just to go back forward. And you ain't going to want to because you feel like a lot of people looking at you and they judging you and they laughing at you. They pointing fingers at you. Your family smiling because they knew you were going to let them down. Your friends smiling because they knew you weren't going to turn out to be that. Your coaches and your mentor that you thought were your coaches and mentor, they laughing at you and they still trying to give you this sob story why they knew you weren't going to make it. They knew you was a failure. They knew you was a person that give up and quit on themselves. No. This 2025, this July, this the second quarter. When I say the second quarter, it's on the first half and second half for me. Of course, this is the third quarter because you get 4, 8, 12, 3, 6, 9. You get 4 quarters, 3 months in each quarter. So this is the third quarter. But right now, to me, this is the second quarter. Cause the first and a half quarter is 1 full quarter to me. So I say second quarter. But to y'all listening, y'all can say third quarter. You got to understand, you got to keep going for yourself. Everybody ain't going to be there for you. Everybody ain't going to root you on. Everybody ain't going to tell you doing what you need to do for you and it's good. It's not going to pay off right now. It's not going to pay off in a week or two. It's not going to pay off in week 3 or 4, in the first 6 months, in the first year, in the first 2 years. It might take you 5 years for it to pay off. It might take you 7 years for it to pay off. It might take you 10 years. But however long, you got to love the journey. And you can't forget to love yourself on that journey. And like I said, you're going to get weak sometimes. You're going to forget to eat. You're going to argue. You're going to lose friends. You're going to lose loved ones. You're going to gain new friends. You're going to gain new loved ones. You're going to introduce yourself to new business partners, new different business routes and ventures in life. That's life. That's life. Life gonna life. And you can't stop life for life. No matter how much you want this to happen, no matter when you want it to happen, you gotta make sure you're taking the right steps and the necessary steps so you can do what you gotta do for you. So when you do get to that point in time, wherever you want to be at, you know where you want to be at, this where you want to be at, and this how I want to be when I be there. You got your credit right. You got your business, or you trading, or you sports betting, or you got event space, or you doing real estate, or you doing Turo, or you got anything going on out there. You sending signals out, or you got clothing brand out. You doing whatever. You got podcasting, you YouTubing, you a social media influencer. You doing something that get the ball rolling and the pen moving in your favor, in your direction, so you can make moves for your future and for your family and for you yourself. Because no matter who around you, your children, your wife, your husband, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your friends, your family, if somebody around you, no matter who around you, if you not good, they not good. Not meaning they leaning on you or they depending on you, but if you not good, you eventually going to have to ask them for something. You eventually need some information from them. You're going to eventually need a ride from them. You're going to eventually need something from them. You get what I'm saying? So you got to make sure you good no matter who you're around. If you're around somebody, and if you're not around somebody, that's even more important that you got to go even harder for yourself because you ain't got nobody around to ask for anything if you need it, to call on anybody if you need them, to ask for information if you need it, to ask how to go about this relationship or how to go about this if you ain't got nobody. So if you by yourself on this journey called life, you really not by yourself because you got the Most High. But if you physically by yourself, I advise you to start going to different events, masterminds. Yeah, you see I'm sweating, it's hot outside. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I ain't gonna hide it, I'm sweating. And I like to sweat like this. This is my poor man sauna. I ain't gotta do the red light with the sauna with the heat going on. Sit outside in the heat, sit in the car with the window rolled up. You know when you need some air to open another door, open up the door, let the window down and breathe. But beside that, sit in the car and just think. Write down some notes. Slow yourself. Put yourself under that pressure. Let that heat come in and let you sweat all that nasty salt out that you've been putting in your body. But I ain't gonna get off topic. You gotta love yourself out here, man. I know a lot of us put down goals in the beginning of the year for the New Year resolution, and some of y'all done fell off track. Some of y'all don't even know what the paper that you wrote down on. Some of us don't even got the same phone that you put in the notepad. Some of us done got the same phone, got the same pad, looking at the same pad, but still ain't took move. Some of us got the same phone, the same pad, still took moves, done failed, done quit it, because when we got to number 3, it got too hard, so we gave up. And some of us got to all the way number 10. But what I'm saying now, for the ones that did complete what I want to do the next 6 months, now it's time to ball that list up and start all over. This the next 6 months. This the last 6 months of 2025. What you gonna do? Who you gonna bless? Who gonna come across your path that gonna change their life, change their energy for what something you said, a gem that you dropped, that you actually using for yourself, not something you just heard from the next man, or something you heard from TikTok, or something you heard from the Instagram Reels or Facebook Reels or YouTube Reels. So you got to understand, you got to love yourself first. And yes, each one teach one. But in order for you to really teach one, you got to learn what you just heard and use it for yourself so you can gain experience from that action, from taking action on what you just heard, no matter what you just heard, fixing credit, fixing houses, being a better parent, being a better woman, being a better man, not getting in the streets, leaving the streets alone. No matter what's the information you heard, when you hear the information, you got to take action on it. And you got to let the action repeat itself over and over and over so you can know what not to do, what to do with that action being taken care of, being part of your life now, because now you know some information. So, let me slow down for a minute. So, when you start acting on that new information, and then now you come across a new person path, or a person that you've been to, an old friend or anything, or old loved one, or whatever the case is, and you see them experiencing what you just got through, or what you got through last year, or what you got through a couple years ago, now you can teach. Now you can give feedback. They might not listen. Understand that. They don't got to take your information with all grains of salt and just run with it. They don't got to do that. But it's still good for you to get your blood off of their back and get your blood off your shoulder just by offering help. And you don't got to ask them if they want the information. You just slowly start dropping gems on them as you be around them. You ain't got to drop the whole bucket on them at one time and try to soak them up. Hit them with the little gems, little drops here and there as you see they need it, or as you feel the energy needed. Whenever you go around somebody and you feel like you got some information that you withholding from them that may help them good or bad, just ask the Most High to control your tongue and to guide your tongue in the way He will use it before you start speaking around that person. See, anything and everything in life got to be dealing with the Most High, no matter if you're doing good or bad. Because when I was doing bad, my dumb ass used to say, all right, God, I know I don't supposed to be doing it, but if you just let me get this one thing and just keep me, God, make sure I make it home to my children, this and that. So if you think the criminals out here, the bad guys, however y'all want to label it as the YN, I'm not a YN, I'm 33, but when I was doing that crazy shit, the high head, when you're a child, you think like a child, but when you become a man, you start to move and act like a man. You start to put away childish things. You heard that before in a lot of movies, a lot of scriptures, a lot of churches, a lot of everything. So get back to what I was saying. When you get out of that, you become a new. You see what I'm saying? You become a new and you get a better sense of life and you want to live better. But while you doing that young nigga hot shit, a lot of people don't want to be bothered with you. So you got to understand, don't keep trying to jump back and forth, be this person because they doing this or be this person because they doing this. No, you got to be yourself and love yourself. And I know I got out of topic, but I'm just going how the energy flowing, so just flow with it. And if you don't like the video, you don't got to like or subscribe or even comment. Wait till the next video come out. You might like that one. Everybody you around don't mean you going to like everything about them. You love your mama, but you might not like the way she iron your clothes. You love your partner them, but you might not like the way they treat women, but you love them to death because y'all done been through some shit growing up and they done had your back and you done fed them, they done fed you and all type of stuff. So, like I said, if you don't like the video, you just don't like the video. To each his own. Hey, man, I'm sending love, energy out, positivity, and I'm receiving the same thing. It may not be for the one that looking at the video that's sending out hate and disrespect, but understand, I am you in a different flesh, but we all come from the same source. So if you disrespect me from someone you don't know me, you never met me, or you have maybe met me and you still disrespected me, but you won't do it in my face, I'm not bringing that on to do it in my face. But I'm saying, if you're not willing already to do it, because whatever hate you carrying on for me in your heart, that means you really don't love yourself, because you looking in the mirror. I am you. You is me. We going through different things. We in different flesh, but we came from the same source. And some of us got the same mission, but we forgot it because we just been knocked over the head. We been clubbing. You know what I mean? I don't want to start preaching on y'all. Like I said, just stay focused on your journey and stay true to yourself. But when I say we knocked over the head by the clubs, that means every Friday when you get paid, you want to go to the club. But when you look at the caveman, in order to sometimes to knock out the animal or to knock out whatever food they were chasing, they'll hit him in the head with a club. They wasn't called a bat or a big wood with a knot at the end. Wasn't none of that. It was called a club. So now we get paid. We work our ass off. We get these folks our energy 40, 60, 70 hours a week. And then we go waste the energy the little energy that we do keep for ourselves on Fridays and Saturdays. We want to waste it in the club and get hit upside the head with all the beats and the trombone and the music. And now we out here think we having fun, but when we really already in the maze and the trend stuck. Because you had to enter the club. You know, the enter is an entrance. So you just enter a trance mentally, and then you get hit with the music and the sound effects and the flashing lights. But I ain't going to get into much of that. Most of y'all love that shit anyway. When I get some money, I'm going to enjoy my partake in it like I always do when I was younger. I don't do it no more now because I know better. But once my money get to where I want to be, of course, here and there, we all going to partake and have fun because that's life. You're supposed to experience new things in different places. Only thing I want to keep saying is love your life, love yourself, put God in everything. And no matter what you do it for yourself. Don't let nobody talk you out of anything or talk you into something unless you paying them for mentorship or coaching. Other than that, man, if they not coming back where you trying to go or they not still at where you trying to go, don't meet them there by trying to beat them there. You meet them there by leaving them there where they already at mentally, and you just going about your business, and you still send positivity and love out. Love yourself, love God, and most of all, give back like God giving to you every day because we wake up. You know what I mean? Have grace.